today is 6 basic human needs and how that relates to bullying and aggressive and violent behavior of any kind, and how martial arts, quality martial arts program, is so much more than just a physical answer to that behavior. That it's less about physically stopping aggressive behavior as it is preventing the root cause that drives people to behave in aggressive, antisocial ways in the first place. So, brief background, and then I'll make my point. Everyone has a need to fit in. We all like to be part of groups. Some of us more, some of us less, but whatever our internal thermostat is for belonging to groups, we always find a way to make that feel good for ourselves. All of us also like to stand out. We like to feel special. We like to feel important. Again, each in our own way, but we all have those ways in which we feel special and as though we matter. However, this creates an internal conflict that the more you stand out, the less you fit in. The more you fit in, the less you stand out. And so we all have to resolve this tension within ourselves somehow. Hold that thought. We also all have a need to feel competent and capable. We need to know what's going on in the world. I need to be able to trust that if I sit on this chair, it's not going to fall out from under me. A certain amount of certainty and clarity and, again, competence in the world. However, all of us also like a certain amount of novelty and entertainment and stimulation. And you'll notice, again, there's an internal conflict there. That the more competent I am, the more I know what's going on, the less novelty there is in my life. We often call this boredom. Flip side of that is if there's too much stimulation, too much novelty, well then that feels like chaos and that's uncomfortable and causes anxiety for many of us as well. Bear in mind, everyone has their own levels of these. These aren't absolute objective needs, they're unique to the individual. Now that I've said that, and again, let me restate that all of us get these met in our own way, no matter what. Herein lies what I think is one of the very root causes to aggressive, nasty, bullying behavior. When we're not getting one or more of these needs met, aggressive, violent, nasty behavior is the least elegant, least sophisticated, often fastest way to restore these feelings, at least temporarily. That if I feel as though I'm bored, maybe not consciously, but on a lower level, and I engage in some aggressive behavior, is this now stimulating? Well, of course it is. But do I also feel as though I have some control and some power in the situation? Well, of course I do. And so now I've resolved not only whatever deficit I may feel, but I've also resolved that conflict, at least temporarily. Now, if I want to stand out and feel important, well, do I feel important? Do I feel special if I'm able to impose myself on someone else in that way? Sure you are. There's a status associated with that aggressive behavior. However, is there also a certain amount of connecting? Is there a certain amount of fitting in? Is there a lot of aggressive behavior that's driven by looking good to your peers? Or the opposite, someone has rejected you and you feel cast out, that your fitting in has been threatened. And so then here's this aggressive behavior. And so I would suggest that problems in getting these 4 needs met drives a great deal of nasty, aggressive behavior. And once someone gets that in their nervous system, that when I'm feeling needy, I can act out in these aggressive, violent ways, and then it works, that it feels good, at least temporarily. Now there's a cycle. They have caused longer-term problems in these areas, which in turn drive them to engage in more and more of this negative behavior. Now I know that sounds simplistic. There are other finer-grained details. Let me now connect these, notice it said 6, there are 2 more over there. Let me connect these 4 needs, now that we've connected them to violent and nasty behavior, and let me explain how Quality Martial Arts School resolves that problem and so many more. What if I were to propose that not only does martial arts school give a person a place where they fit in, where they belong, in a healthy way, do they have a chance to feel special and feel as though they matter? Absolutely. They're earning belts, they're earning stripes, they're taking on a lot of personal accomplishment. Do they get to develop some competence? Of course they do. They're developing skill sets, not only physical martial arts skill sets, but social skills and really life competencies. And is there stimulation? Sure. Martial arts school, it's a stimulation-rich, although not overstimulating environment. So the martial arts school helps fill all four of those needs, but it takes it a step further. There is a healthier way for anyone to take care of these four basic needs, and it's by attacking these two, these higher two of the six, contribution and growth. That if you're giving back to other people, it functions largely the same way that violent activity does. It meets all of these needs together. And if you're engaged in your own personal growth and development, again, you combine these two and you're solving all four of these potential problems in a much more pro-social way. And a quality martial arts program does this. I know that within our school we have a program we call Action Heroes, which is role modeling and teaching students about responsibility, planning, communication skills through service programs and projects throughout the community. And in terms of personal growth, we're always challenging students to become better people. In fact, I was just giving a lesson the other day about success is not about winning or getting your way. Success is about always moving in the direction of your highest ideals. And so, just in summary, we all need to fit in, but we all need to stand out, and there's conflict there. We all need to feel competent, but we also need some novelty and entertainment. And there's conflict there. And then even without the conflict, from time to time we'll feel needy in any of those areas. Some people discover very early in life that aggressive physical behavior helps them fill that hole, helps them to feel better, even though it's only temporarily, and it causes more problems later on. I would propose that a quality martial arts program not only helps fill these needs, but it also moves people in the direction of these two higher needs, which not only serve the individual, but they serve the group and take care of all those things at the same time. And so martial arts is not only a last-minute crisis mode way of keeping someone from physically imposing themselves on you, it's also a way for us to prevent that behavior in others. So when people will say, well, I don't want this young person to engage in martial arts because they're already maybe a little over-aggressive, I would say perhaps that's exactly why they need to participate. On the flip side, kids who are a little more passive are usually feeling some of these needs as well. They just don't act them out. They found other ways to resolve them, usually by drawing back within. So in either case, an aggressive kid, man, I hope I've made my point on why martial arts is the way to get at the root cause of a lot of nasty, aggressive behavior. Maybe another day I'll talk a little more specifically about how, as a quality martial arts program addresses this for kids who could use a little more confidence. Thank you for your time.